Yeah, I don't know what you done to me. Yeah. This is the biggest news that I've received this year. This is hugely large. This is like so large I cannot even begin to describe. This is closure. Well, this is closure to a new level of the ex. Stay with me. Somebody has reached out to me that has been hanging out with my ex. Let me backtrack. I open my Instagram. Firstly, the person that's here, symbiotic time, the person that's here staying with me is here right now. And I get this message today. Wild. Can we just discuss that that's a wild coincidence? Anyway. So here's what happened. I received this message saying, hey, you don't know me. You don't know me, but I was there at the New Year's festival and the February festival with the name of my partner. So I haven't, for privacy reasons, I don't put out her name onto YouTube. I don't put out her onto social media. I don't put out her name. Now, my name's out there for show. That's fine. She is an alias online because she's, afraid to be herself, obviously, right? So anyway, she goes, I was there. And she goes, I think you deserve to know you were manipulated. And I was like, what? So apparently she got off vibes from her in New Year's and she tried to confront her about it and she shrugged it off immediately. My ex-partner at the time shrugged it off. And apparently this partner has been saying that I'm a narcissist. But we knew that. We saw her YouTube history. She was like, he's a narcissist, right? Just projection. P.S. If you haven't been here for a while, I've checked up narcissism like 30 times now with therapists, books, etc. They're like, you're just intelligent and you have large self-confidence because you've built that and you have insecurity. It's anxious attachment, not narcissism. Narcissism is a whole new level, right? So, and hers made sense for narcissism. But even I'm not, because I'm not a full professional, I'm not going to say you're definitely a narcissist, but we pretty much think. Anyway, manipulated. So basically, she goes, look, I was actually friends with the boy that she's now with. And the boy that she's now with didn't listen to her. So the boy has actually been cut off from her friends and my ex-partner has been cut off because they didn't listen and they think manipulated, but they also said they were meant for each other, kind of, but he's probably going to get hurt. But basically, this person has the recreational substances that this lady, my ex-partner, wants. So she's found another man, as she's quoted to me, which is less of a man than you, that will just be like, oh my God, you're amazing. So just gives her full-time attention and looks like has her substances as well, which she quoted to me was very light. Apparently it was just, oh, he occasionally smokes some grass. That's not what it sounded like to me. It sounded like he has a source of recreational things now. So, they're in this little bubble of it's a narcotic relationship. It's a full rebound. And she's already gained new people in the time that have already cut her off, that have smelt it from a while away, including the people that they were friends with for 5 years. Like, if you're going to do that, we're out. Oh my God, what a relief. I don't know if it's like low self-esteem or it's kind of how I've accomplished everything as well. I always look inwards to be like, yo, what is going to be, like, what if I'm incorrect? Like, if somebody goes, hey, you're a narcissist, fuck, I got to check into that. If somebody goes, man, you're not free or you don't love, you're still run by your family. Okay, I got to go check in on that. If somebody has gone out of their trouble, that I respect their brain, respected, that gives you some sort of value, I have to go back and be like, let me check that out. Same way as she was like, you can sing really well. I was like, really? Because I think I can't, so I had to check it out. Both pros and negatives. So I checked it out, and I don't ever call people mentally ill. This is very rare for me to be like, you've got this. Because I don't even really believe mental illness or mental health stuff is really, we've categorized certain behaviors to be narcissism or to be bipolar or to be things. And people will argue chemical imbalances, blah imbalances, whatever. There's things there. Anyway, so it makes me feel quite a bit. Firstly, for this new boy, it's like, well, if you're feeding her substances and she's clearly and openly told you that she's mentally unwell, autism and ADHD, you're actually like low-key a vicious abuser sort of thing. Like that's yucky. Like it's the one thing that brain should not do. And the moment I found out, I was like, nah, I'm out. I will not be a part of this until you go get it sorted and checked out and make sure that you're fine. Where this new partner's like, yeah, fresh, young female, I've got the substances apparently, great, doesn't care. So personally, yuck. Second of all, she's going to pass on a lifelong disease to him, which she's passed on to me. So kind of, I'm sorry for that for him. And it's kind of put all my assumptions, because I get worried. I'm like, imagine what if I'm worried? What if actually she's just been growing and like, you know, growing spiritually and this thing, and nah, she doesn't look 40 in her photos, and she doesn't look like she's on copious amounts of narcotics all the time. No, it's fine. It's maybe I'm making it up. Maybe I'm the nuts one. And it's like, no, everyone's told you, like, it's not normal for them not to call that your father passed away. It's not normal for this. And she goes around saying I'm an abuser and I'm a narcissist and I'm abusive. And I created issues apparently with her and her mother. I created issues there. It must have been the message I sent saying, hey, I'm not with your daughter anymore and she's refused me to speak to your daughter, but I'm just letting you know your daughter has overdosed now twice. She really needs help. People are worried about her. Please help her because I can't. Real massive issues with mum there. Fuck, how dare Andrew be like that? How dare Andrew literally, how dare he? How dare he? Abusive. Apparently she's using the same terms that I used, which is twin flame, everything. So look, she's in a classic rebound relationship, which she's repeating the behavior, but I want to say that she didn't manipulate me or use me, where this fresh one feels like a definite, like, I just want what I want here. In my one, she wanted it, but she couldn't. She was struggling. She struggled to do the manipulation and mirror thing because she just didn't have the, you know, the qualities of it. So she's like, right, found my people. I'm just going to do narcotics and become homeless. Amazing. So this is monumental. Like, it's like, and all of this to happen like in such succession. Can we just like appreciate that? 4 days ago, roughly, I genuinely stopped checking her social media. I've been talking about it because I wanted to say, look, I'm proud of it. I actually stopped. I'm not saying I've stopped permanently, but it doesn't make me feel good. And she's not thinking of me, and I have to just accept that. Now it's like it's confirmed you're not thinking of me. You're running away from everything. Even new people that are like, nah, you're a manipulator. No. Okay. Nah, come with me. She doesn't know what she's talking about. You're my new boyfriend. Come to the UK with me. We will have crack babies. No, my old boyfriend, he was too much of a man. I need less of a man. I need somebody more placid. Somebody that I can be like, we're going this way. So it's a situation. It's a genuine situation. And it's like, okay, cool. Very interesting. Just, for me personally, highly interesting to be on the other side of this and be like, right. It makes me feel a little bit like, Wow, Andrew. Shock horror, you've been used again. I don't want to put her in that category, but at the same time, I kind of deserve what I got. She's 19. She is thinking of herself. At 19, you're thinking of yourself. Like, you can have empathy and you can try fake empathy, which it faked to me because her crying made me feel like there was empathy there. The therapist showed that clearly there's zero empathy. She only feels empathy for self. So a narcissist only feels empathy, deep empathy for self, not for others. That's like they cannot feel your feelings at all, but they feel really deeply for themselves. Hence, like, looking in the mirror, crying and stuff. So, look, I've never witnessed it. I didn't know. But that creates this whole, like, if she was just trying to mirror me or manipulate me unconsciously, does that mean that everything in the relationship wasn't real, so I can't aspire to that? Or if I aspire to that, the only people that will gravitate towards that is other narcissists that will just want to be whatever? Don't know, it's like, oh! And this person in the message said they've watched my ex-partner literally form almost instantly and turn into the other person like this. So I was correct, like a chameleon, instantly just like, I am now completely like this person. Well, sometimes we've got to learn, like, that may be okay. That may be okay when you're trying to chameleon or try to be closer to a higher value person. But if you go low value, you become low value and you become and then you're in the depths of hell, which kind of is what she looks like. This is huge news. I don't even know how to process it, but there's like a lightness. But sorry, so 4 days ago, I stopped checking her social media. 3 days ago, I finally take the plunge and I'm like, cool, new person coming over, come stay with me. New person arrives, still not checking X, etc., and actually having a decent time with another human being. Like, wow, this is nice. Get this message. It's like the world's like, hey, just in case you're worried about your past, don't worry about your past. It's fucked. That's pretty positive. So, weird. Go figure. What I'm going to take from this is that we're on the right path right now. We are on the right path. People are gently saying, yeah, don't worry. Keep going forward. Don't worry. Keep going forward. Don't worry. Keep going forward. The album release has been interesting. Very interesting. Still going. I've used this week where this other person is going to be here to actually calm down on social media and to recalibrate, because I think I was getting too wild out there and it's going to take a while to build my brand up from there. I was making jokes similar to how my ex does it, but in that way it sounds women can get away with it because women are like, yeah, I let a lot of people stick it inside of me, and every man's like, yeah, hot. And if a man goes, yeah, I give it to a lot of women, they're like, ugh. I was like, all right, cool, but I do sort of. Anyway, my point is there's an offness around it, and I think there was a genuine level of still care that I was like, look, we care. No one cares. She's off the deep end. And I've just got to, that's kind of, it's a big weight. I feel free, weirdly free, but also silly, but not silly. I did my best. I have to have boundaries for sure, because clearly anybody that walks in can walk in, but it's okay. On this climb to stadium, I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of snake vultures in my life trying to sneak the fuck in. I can absolutely tell. And I've got to get better at this. I've actually got to get better. So I've decided I'm chopping off my manhood. Joking. But kind of that would make it easier and help. That's the update. I'll stay tuned with you. But this is a huge update. This marks a moment where things really changed, which is miraculous. We're on the right path. I love you. I will see you tomorrow. And yay, I have another human in my vicinity. Oh my God, hello. Like, I'm doing life. This is great. But I'm freaking out that the work isn't getting done. But it's already creating new possibilities. And if there's new possibilities, it means that like, something to go for, something to create, something to visualize. Let's go. Anyway, I love you. Have a great day. Peace.